All right, welcome back. We are going to do the C day, which is going to be the lower body and core workout for the superhero workout today. What we're actually going to start with is, besides a warm-up, make sure you get a warm-up into each workout. We're actually going to start with what's called the Snatch Grip Deadlift, which is actually a little bit wider than a normal grip deadlift. I kind of explain this. If you notice, I'll bring this one down here. A typical normal deadlift is going to be maybe a little bit wider than the shoulder. What we're actually going to force ourselves to do is very similar to the Olympic powerlifting. Is the snatch grip is going to be maybe the index finger or a little bit wider than the rings on the bar. From there, doing the typical deadlift, bending from the knee and the hip. From here, make sure the back stays nice and flat. Push the heels into the ground. Lead that bar up to past the knee, and then explode all the way to the top. Down slow, falling right next to the leg. Again, up to the top of the knee, and then exploding the hips right through. And then down nice and slow. Deadlifts are a little more of a challenge. Practice them first before you get heavy weight. In the workout, we want to be doing 5 to 8 reps as heavy as we can. If you cannot do 5 to 8 reps because your grip strength is weak, maybe get some straps and work on that. But work on your form first. Make sure your back stays flat. The two exercises we pair that together with is I do my snatch grip deadlift, and then I'm going to do my plank. Now, for the superhero plank, what I chose was one arm in the push-up position, holding behind the back. So from this position, making sure my back stays flat, my hips don't drop any way. I want to hold 30 seconds on one arm, and then 30 on the other. That's going to be 1A, 1B. Okay? Exercises are very challenging. The heart rate's going to come up, and then you move right to your plank and you challenge the core. Next two exercises, I'm going to move over to the leg press. So we have our leg press set up right here. Machine leg press works as well too, but we want to challenge the quads, the hips, the glutes, top of the hands, so get as much weight as you possibly can. Laying back, just making sure feet maybe a little bit wider than the hips. We're bringing those guys' knees down, but we don't want to make sure the hips come up off the bench. Maybe about 90-degree bend, exploding on up. Okay? Everything we're doing today is still 3 count on the way down. So I'm going 3, 2, 1, and then exploding up out of my knees. Okay? After I've done my 5 to 8 reps there, I'm moving over to what's called a landmine. If your gym doesn't have this, landmines are typically a very, it's a core-driven exercise, but it's using the full body. What we have here in our gym is we have a bar that's already set for landmines. I'm going to show you real quick. From what we consider a staggered stance, I want to make sure this bar is right about the middle of my thigh. The shoulder blades are back. Driving with my abs, keeping my arms nice and straight. I drive with my abs as hard as I can to the top right here. Okay? Then you can tell I'm on the balls of my feet a little bit. I'm light on my toes, coming down all the way to the other side. All I'm doing is switching my feet from side to side. From there again, shoulder blades back. I got the bar cupped. Push as hard as I can, and then drop down nice and slow. Okay? Super hard exercise to do. Challenges the core. Challenges the shoulders. It's a full body exercise. What we're really trying to get is that explosive strength out of our midsection. Okay? The next two exercises we got, 3A, 3B. Overhead split squat. You can actually tell I'm sweating now from this workout. Overhead split squat. A split squat typically is going to be from the lunge position, and we're going up and down, up and down. But we're superheroes in this workout, so we're going to get a little tougher. I'm going to put one foot up, okay? So it's going to be elevated split squat. From there, the leg that's out in front of me, I want to take my other arm, okay? So my left foot's in front, my right arm goes all the way to the top. Okay? It should be a straight line. From my fist to my shoulder, all the way down to my hip. From there, I'm going to bend my knees, get down as low as I can, then drive all the way to the top. Again, 3, 2, 1, exploding up. Okay? After I've done 5 to 8 reps on each one of those, I'm going to then transition over into, that's a good question, back extensions. We're going to drop down to the ground. Back extensions, right? Laying flat on the ground. Toes are dug into the ground a little bit. Hands behind the head. Getting that chest to come up off the ground. Squeezing my glutes. And getting the chest to come up. Okay? Again, so 3A being the overhead split squat. If you've never done overhead split squats, maybe you start with a regular split squat, hold the dumbbell to the side. Otherwise, put the arm all the way up and we'll work on that. Our last two exercises in that group are going to be jump squats and then standing calf raises. Okay? As wannabe superheroes, we want to make sure we can jump as high as we can. So we're going to work on, again, 5 to 8 explosive reps. So from this position, I take what's called a squat stance, or athletic position, here about hip width apart, knees are slightly bent. I'm going to come down, okay? I try to get my clients, myself, to get the butt to about where the knees are. From here, my back stays a little bit arched, looking straight ahead, jumping up as high as I can, coming down, absorbing, and then repeating for another 5 to 8 reps. Again, extremely explosive. Get up as high as you can, challenge yourself. Last exercise in that group, standing calf raises. I chose this machine, it's easy to do. You can do standing calf raises on a leg press, or a couple other versions. We have this at our gym, hopefully you have something similar. Makes an easy transition. From there, simply just making sure I get a big stretch, and then all the way to the top. Calf raises start to hard to explain, but that's the end of our C day.